Greetings everyone, and welcome back to the Experience More video series, and happy Mother's Day to all of you mothers that are watching. Today I have a few announcements that I want to make. I don't do this on every video, but there's a few things coming up here that I wanted to make you aware of. First and foremost, the next Experience More seminar is coming up this coming Thursday on May 12th, and it'll be May 12th from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. And that's going to be held, for those of you that are local, that'll be held in Anoka, Minnesota at 1033 Jefferson Street, Anoka, Minnesota. And the name of the church is Light in Anoka. If you can join us, we'll see you this Thursday, May 12th at 6 p.m. And then the other thing that I'm excited to share with you is that I feel led to start a new video series where I teach on spiritual laws. And I love that topic. It's kind of like the law of gravity. What goes up is going to come down. And spiritual laws are very similar. They have an if-when kind of situation to them. And there's a lot of freedom and a lot of victory that you can establish in your life by understanding how God's spiritual laws work. Now, I am going to continue on with the Experience More video series because I still have several things to share with you with that theme through different dreams and things that God has shown me along the way. So, with that being said, this is the 16th video in the series, and it is Mother's Day, May 8th of 2022, and the title of this message is The Gate is Open for Pasture. On March 17th, I had a dream. I'm sorry, no, I didn't have a dream. Sorry, I have a lot of dreams, but this time this wasn't a dream. On March 17th, I actually wrote the following information in my journal, and I'm going to read that to you. A few days ago, my friend Bill Livingston told me that he saw in the spirit me opening a gate. He brought it up again yesterday, asking me what I felt it meant. Logically, I thought it would be an entrance to something bigger like a pasture. It could also represent a gate to a city, as there are references to city gates in the Bible. Also, it's different than a door. And so on this particular day that I was writing this information in my journal, I looked in the James Gall Dream Book, and this is what it reads regarding the word gate. It reads, a way of entrance, power, authority. And then I asked the Lord what was on his heart about this situation. And my next journal entry is interesting because my next journal entry says, I see it as like a cattle gate, if you will, that leads cows or opens up to cows the pasture where there is more for them to feed on. Now, I want to let you know the reason I brought that information up about the door when I said a gate is different than a door is there is a scripture where God talks about how he opens doors that no man can close, and he closes doors that no man can open. And so I was, in my journal entry, I was just making that, acknowledging the fact that this didn't feel like a door that God was opening or closing. It was a gate, which meant something different. Now, at this point, on March 17th, we were planning the first Experience More seminar. However, I didn't make the connection that Bill seeing me opening a gate had anything to do with experiencing more regarding what I'm sharing with you. In fact, I didn't actually recognize it until many days after the seminar. And this is what I wrote in my journal on April 2nd of 2022. So I'm going to read the journal entry. I wrote, a few weeks ago, Bill said he got the word gate for me, and he asked me what it meant to me. Immediately, I saw a gate that is like a gate for livestock. This gate is like one a rancher would use to allow the livestock to go out into the pasture area of the ranch. Now, what I find interesting about this particular journal entry is I wrote it as if I didn't remember writing the previous one, because in the previous one, I indicated cows. Well, I used different wording here. I used the word livestock. So I don't know if when I wrote this journal entry on April 2nd, if I even remembered writing that journal entry on March 17th. In fact, I believe I didn't, because Bill kept bringing this information up about this gate, asking me, what do you think it means? So on April 2nd, I wrote in my journal, today as I was pondering the word gate, I heard the word Goshen. So I looked up the Hebrew meaning of the word Goshen, and below is what populated in the search engine. It comes out of Genesis 45, chapter 45, verse 10, and it says, a land or a place of plenty and comfort. And then at the bottom of my journal entry, I wrote this scripture reference, and I wrote John chapter 10, verse 9. And what that scripture says, I find really interesting. I am the door. If anyone enters by me, he will be saved and will go in and out to find pasture. And here is what I believe the Lord wants us to know about why he showed Bill this gate. And then Bill felt compelled to ask me about it. And this is what I believe it means. He is using me as a gate to open up the truth to people that in him and through him, one, we find salvation. And as his sheep, we are granted access to the pasture where we can experience more. I'm telling you, you just can't make this stuff up. That's really exciting to me because I really like it when I can connect what God is showing me through a dream or through a word I get, how I can connect it to the scriptures. It's just really exciting. And I just want to encourage you all today that God really is wanting us to get this anchored so deep that in him and through him, there's not only salvation, there's just so much more of him that he wants to reveal about himself, and so much more that he wants his people to experience in this hour. So thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. God bless.